Smack Talk Podcast, y'all. We is back. What is this? Episode 6, y'all. Episode 6. I know we've been going for a little while, but we back. It's your host, your boy Smack himself. I got a special guest on today. This my partner, man. Met him back in 2018, and he been a cool cat ever since. He had the poster board of him up in the school. So when I met him, I'm like, hey, this is the most famous man in Marshall. Y'all thought it was me? Nah, it's this man right here, straight out of Ghana.
Nigeria.
God, okay,
I be Nigeria boy.
not Ghana, Nigeria. My brother, man, Malcolm Mashood, my dog.
What's up, bro?
Hey, appreciate you coming on the show, man. We at the circle, y'all down in the basement. So what's going on, man? How you feeling today, bro?
Hey, bro. I'm always grateful for everyday opportunities, bro.
Every day,
Because there are millions of people out there that want to be in the position I am today. So I don't take anything for granted.
yeah,
I'm always grateful, bro.
that's what I'm talking about. Gratitude, you gotta have it. You gotta be grateful. Even in the storms, you know what I'm saying. Still gotta be
Exactly.
grateful, and that's tough. You know when you're
It's a
going through.
journey. I'm not where I want to be yet. It's a journey, but at the same time, looking at where I came from, I left a lot of people behind.
Yeah.
And, I don't look at people that are ahead of me. I look at people I left behind. And that kind of keeps me going.
I feel
And,
it. I want to tap in on that because you is from Nigeria, bro.
Originally.
You in rural Minnesota,
Yeah.
Marshall, Minnesota. You been here since. Because you said you've been out here a couple more years before I even met you. When'd you get out here from Nigeria?
I got to the United States in 2017.
27. Okay, so you got here same.
2017.
Okay, 17. 17.
Yep.
Hey, 17 a special number. 17.
Hey, 2017, December 31st. So that was kind of interesting because I came in December 31st, and I got to Marshall on January 1st.
Hey, bro. So like you coming from Nigeria, what was? How was it, bro? Like the difference of culture, people, systems, laws, food, everything. What was it like coming here to Minnesota? And you're flourishing too, by the way, y'all. This man got like 5 minors,
Bruh, stop
and he majoring in two. You know what I'm saying? You,
Hey,
you, you,
bruh.
you right on the dot with it, dog. You hitting it right on the bullseye with everything that you do. So, but how was that transition coming out here, bro?
I mean, hey, bro, I'm a first generation college student of my family. So,
Big. Me too, bro.
what I'm doing is I'm laying a foundation for the next 7 generation. So, either I spend like 10 years in college, 5 years in college, 6 years in college. It's not just about me.
Yeah.
I kind of consider what the future holds for my future kids, future grandkids,
Yeah.
and I want to lay their foundation, put in the hard work, go through the stress, the efforts, put everything on the line, and ensure that everything get done now, so that it can be easier for them.
My dog said, "Put it on the line, huh, bro?"
Exactly, bro. Because the way things are evolving, uh, as a young man in
Yeah.
a Western society, you're on your own.
You on your own.
So you gotta struggle and ensure that you're taking the right steps.
Yeah.
So which is what I did. I'm doing. So going back to your question about like coming from Nigeria, a different society entirely from the
Yeah,
United
bro.
States. I mean,
That's night and day for you.
hey, the thing is, I would say the first culture shock that I experienced was, complimenting people, because the way we
okay.
compliment people back home is just raw.
How is it? Like, give me an example. Like,
I mean, back home you will just go directly and tell people like, "Hey, you look great," but here, I mean, everybody is now sensitive about little things and
Yeah,
all that.
unfortunately.
So, I came from a different background and a noble family, by the way, a religious family and
Yeah.
a sportive family. I came from one of the largest cities in the world, Lagos Island. Over 20 million people
20
in
million.
the state, but Lagos Island is like the urban economical city,
Okay.
of
What's the
Nigeria.
name of your city?
Lagos Island.
Lagos Island.
Yeah, so yeah, I came from that part of the world, and
Yeah.
the education system there, the educational
Did you say
system
it's just
is
as good?
the educational system there can be better.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
I won't say because I'm a Niger boy, I want to straight
Niger
talk
boy.
Nigeria. Oh, it's not like it can be better.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the way things are managed over there, uh, they are not managed well.
Think it's more
Like,
corruption on the government side?
so
Or what would
stuff
you
like that,
you think it's from the
exactly.
government?
So
Yeah.
you know they don't put the people, the populace first.
They don't put the people
They
first.
put their own pocket first. So
It's more of a totalitarian. Is it more
no,
authoritarian? Like how is the government? Is it? It don't sound like it's democratic.
to be fair, it's a democratic system.
So it is a democracy.
So yeah, there's a check and balance.
Okay.
You have to be voted by the
You gotta be voted by the people. Yeah.
by the people.
Represent. Is it a representative democracy? Or
Yep.
Is it just
So the
okay? So it's kind of like the
it's a presidential system of government, so it's
Okay.
similar to the United States.
Yeah.
And it just accountability is not there. That's not the difference.
accountability. Mhm.
Yeah, so the accountability is not strong and solid, and the educational system can be better. As I said, they have some few colleges and universities that are kind of good.
Yeah.
You know, they produce a lot of great scholars that are doing well globally.
So let me ask you this then. So they okay. So y'all got structure. Everything is good. You know, in some aspects, things could be better. What like what made you think, okay, I gotta go to the United States? You know, how come you just didn't want to go to university out there? Was it just you just want to branch out? It was, it's too corrupted. I gotta leave. I gotta flee, and I know I'm leaving my family. Like you said, I'm leaving a lot of people behind. Yo, what was the thoughts that was going through your head when you felt like I gotta get up and go? I gotta better myself. I'm not gonna be able to do it here.
I mean, the thing is, I grew up with my mom.
Yeah, me
And
too. Love
you
you,
know,
mama. I love you. so
love your
much.
mom. So I spent my teenage years with my mom.
Yeah.
I mean, I sometimes I hear from my dad's sibling once in a while.
Once in a while,
But
uncle aunties and stuff.
so yeah, we kind of managed to, I finished high school. I got into college over there, and I did another school, religious school. I did that
Oh,
for
you went
4 years.
to
I went to
like a Bible
religious
school or just a religious school?
yeah, like Islamic school.
Okay.
So I did that for 4 years. I graduated, and so yeah, so what kind of motivated or inspired me
Yeah,
to
come this way.
so what
Crazy United States.
so yeah, so what inspired me was I
Was it the New Orleans Saints? You want to come now?
come on, stop saying it, right? Hey, so the thing is, I just wanted a different environment for
Okay.
growth and development.
Okay.
I mean, things have got to become worse now compared to what things were before I left Nigeria. So yeah, then I decided like I think the best thing for me is to go to a different environment and
You
start
glad you,
all over from there.
you think this is the best decision for you to make? Because you got to meet a lot of good people out here. You're still meeting people. Because you're still getting your MBA. You
I
got a
mean,
few minors and things that you got to finish up.
so far so good. I ain't gonna lie. It's been great. As I said earlier on, I'm grateful because there are millions of people out there that are trying to be where I am today.
yeah.
Even though I still have a long way to go.
me too.
So it's a great decision that I made. I did not regret making that decision of
regret.
crossing the ocean, coming over to the United States, and coming down to Marshall. People are like, how could you migrate from a big city?
Yeah, Minneapolis,
Like,
Chicago is 6 hours, 7 hours away.
Yeah,
You could, or Iowa, 3 hours away.
yeah, I came from similar city to Chicago or New York City, like where there are a lot of diverse
Heavily
population,
populated, yeah.
a lot of cool people, and so I came to Marshall of like maybe 14,000 people. I mean, when I was looking up colleges in the United States, of course, we're trying to go to like cheap college, something affordable.
Yeah, you got to. And is that why you kind of chose SMSU a little bit?
That's like half of the reason why I chose SMSU.
Cool.
And the second reason was after I saw the short list of the colleges that are affordable in the United States. Then I look at the cities where those schools are, located.
Yeah.
Then I did another research on the safest cities among these top 10, cities that popped up among the cheap colleges. Then Marshall was like top three
So
among
that's
them.
how you kind of narrowed it down.
That's
Do I
why
got
kind
a,
of
crime rate,
crime rate, everything,
school, and kind of what you wanted to do as far as
affordability,
affordability and whatever,
community
and
development stuff.
and what you chose to study, you was able to get everything here. So it was like a full package for you.
Absolutely. The only exception was I couldn't play soccer because
Yeah,
I
there's
wanted
no
to.
men's sports here.
Yeah.
Men's soccer. There's no men's soccer team at
So
SMU.
they don't have a men's soccer. They just have a men soccer club.
Like a club
So
team,
I
yeah.
wanted to further my college soccer career
Okay.
because I played for college back home. I wasn't really competitive because I got injured. I twisted my ankle and I was out for like almost 18 months.
It was a bad ankle sprain like that.
Oh yeah, it was. So yeah, then I came here. I'm like,
Times.
hey, if I got an opportunity to attend like a
Like you
SMSC,
would, yeah.
but they don't have the soccer team, but that wasn't a priority anymore. The priority is to get things started, get this degree, you know, just
And make it happen.
get my life started and
Get my life right.
start making impact because my philosophy has always been, to make impact in people's lives, in community, and make it count. Because sometimes we can make impact, but if we didn't put in the energy, the effort to make that impact count, that means we wasted
It was
time.
in vain. Yeah.
So yeah, I always ensure that if I'm contributing to something that I'm fully committed to,
Yeah.
then I have to make it count.
You got to make it count. I'm glad that you said that because people like me and you, that's kind of our genetic makeup. That's kind of how we were kind of raised up and taught. If I could choose two paths, be rich or be heavily wealthy, but no respect, no impact versus being mediocre, and I mean quote unquote mediocre, making base salary of like 50K. Don't live this flashy life, but you're making impacts left and right. I'd rather live that life versus being rich and boastful and arrogant and you not making no connections with nobody. It's just money talk. But life is bigger than that. You know what I'm saying?
Life is bigger than that because sometimes it's not all about like the paper, bro.
It ain't always about it. Sometimes it is like we need it. This stuff take money, but
Bro.
it ain't all about that.
So it's essential to have money, but to what extent? Because sometimes money creates
single.
problems. Most people they believe like money is money
Money cure
money is
everything.
happiness or
Man.
but sometimes money could be a problem
It
for
can
some
be.
people. So but the most important thing is being a good person, having great personality, contributing to your community. That is what matters.
When I think of people like you and our mindsets, we ain't from here, But what we've done here in these last, half a decade, bro. We've been here 5, 6 years.
Hey, bro. I can't wait to get out of, bro.
I think about all the impacts that we made. People that still come up to me like, I'm inspired by you. I said on a previous episode, it's like people have been proud of me for so long. I just want to inspire people. Like I genuinely want to inspire people and make impacts. And I think that's part of the reason why I did come here. Yeah, it was ball, school, got that, done that. But what are you still doing? And I think that's one of the reasons why I'm doing this show. There's people that have come up to me and say, like, you have great conversations. You've helped me out. Like I've seen your perspective, compared it to my perspective, and applied that. That'll always make me happy. You know what I'm saying? That'll always, give me something to be, give me something to smile about and be like, okay, at least you ain't wasting your time. Everything that you're doing here, even after the football and school and graduating, what you're doing here still counts. It's not in vain. And you got to keep that open mind
I mean,
of wanting to impact people and make things better.
so I like the fact that you mentioned that what you're doing, it's not in vain, even after college.
Yeah.
So because all those things, all those knowledge, theoretical knowledge, practical knowledge, outside the campus, you're already applying those theory in your
Yeah.
community.
Yeah.
So now, fast forward to 5 years or 10 years from now, imagine how much impact and how much, benefit you're gonna get from it. While you're in college, you're already impacting your community. Now imagine after college, the experiences you're gonna be getting from work, the achievements you're gonna be making in life. Combine all those things together.
Yeah.
You gonna, you will be excited, you will be glad that you made all these decisions to be part of your community, to be a community. What is the word for this?
It's just being a leader, bro.
Oh yeah,
just being
talking
a
of
leader.
leadership,
And I know you big on that because I wanted time to that because you still in school. But I seen you post some pictures. You went to Washington D.C. not too long ago.
oh yeah,
You seen the White House. You've been inside. Like you've seen.
oh no, I didn't went inside the White House, but we were outside the White House. I was inside the rotunda of
Okay.
the U.S. Capitol.
You was at the
We met with several senators, several House of Rep members.
Mm-hmm.
Advocacy has always been part of what I've always, I've always been passionate about. Not just I didn't start from here. I started from back
So you
home in
was
my
already-
college. I remember when I was in college, they kind of increased the tuition, and we protested like, this can't continue. How could you guys just randomly, And I was a part-time student then, so it has always been part of me. But one of my philosophy is that back home, the way I have some kind of my philosophy is it's called methodology. The way I'm speaking with you now, there are some certain people I don't communicate like this with. So I apply, I use different methods in how I communicate with people. Like my family, for instance, I have a certain way how I communicate with my family. My friends, I have a certain way I communicate with some certain
100%.
friends.
I see where you're going.
You get what I mean? So that's why I have this kind of philosophy, and it's really helpful. So what I was trying to get at with the leadership thing is, I really diverse my involvement. I don't just, focus on one angle. I really diverse how I involve myself in certain things, and that has been really helpful. And I'm so grateful and excited that, I made those decisions, I make those steps, and it's part of me now. I can't hide. I can, I got the opportunity to be number 3 student in Minnesota State in terms of student leadership position, and I went for that position. I ran. I campaigned to like other student leaders,
I remember you campaigning.
and I won, and I served, and my tenure is gonna end at the end of by the end of this month. So yeah, I've been really grateful, and that's in addition to other minor leadership opportunities that I've taken. At leadership opportunities, I always grab them because I know on the long run
It's gonna make an impact somewhere.
it's gonna benefit me. The fact that I could sit with the school president, it killed the nervousness that in me. So when I went to DC, I was really comfortable.
light work.
Yeah, it was just easy. Now imagine after college, I get a job in corporate America. I don't have to be nervous to speak with any CEO because I'm already interacting with people that CEOs are begging for like contract, or bro, they're asking Senator Klobuchar like, oh, they are lobbying Senator Klobuchar for things like, oh, we're gonna sponsor your campaign if you do this, if you push this bill.
That lobbying business can get dirty though. But
Oh, bro, I know, man. It's part, hey, it's
Yeah.
part of the game, man.
There's always an angle for corruption kind of seeping. That's where lobbying happen. But people like you that come in, you all about checks and balances. Wait, hold on, we can't.
Hey, accountability is really important
Yeah,
in
that's big.
anything in
Accountability is
life,
big.
man.
But man, it's unfortunate because people just don't like that accountability, man. You know how many people I done ran into or friends that have been broken apart because you're holding them accountable. And it really is unfortunate. I love when people tell me, what I'm doing wrong. Like, there's a way to do it, and it could be a teaching moment. You know what I'm saying?
If you
People
look
shy
at
away from accountability. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to feel it. They just want to feel good in their own head, their own world, and think everything they doing is just hitting it on the mark. And I find myself sometimes getting like that, and I gotta bring myself down. Like, no, you don't got it like that, dog.
I always look at people I left behind. So that way I can hold myself accountable. Like, dude, you have to be a good role model.
It really is a bittersweet thing, because I know you got a lot of friends that they couldn't keep up, and then you leave them in the dust, and not that you want to be better than them. It's just you following your path because you got purpose. I got purpose. So you're following that straight, that path of purpose, and you look back at them, not to judge them and to think, or I'm better than you, or you're beneath me now, but you look at it as, God, I don't wanna be in that position. Like, I don't wanna go, I don't let me become like that. You know what I'm saying? Where I'm ruining my life, I'm ruining relationships, I'm jealous, I'm envy, I'm envious of people. It's easier said than done, but all you gotta do is work and apply yourself.
So yeah, sometimes you can look at it from two different ways. The first one may be lack of opportunities,
That's true too. Sometimes it is opportunity.
and the second reason may be peer pressure that may have distract them from following their purpose in life.
Yeah,
So those two things could be the factors that may affect some people.
could be.
The first thing is identifying where you're going. If you know where you're going,
Oh, it should. It ain't a cakewalk from that point on, but it become a little bit more, manageable if you know where you're going.
If you
If
know
that
where you're
light is
going.
on just a little bit,
If you know
that's
where
all
you're
it
going.
take. If that light is on, just
Imagine someone going somewhere and they don't know where they're going. They're just going. They can be distracted, like, oh,
let's
okay,
go here.
just come on in.
this out.
Let's see what you got. But if you know where you're going, you're gonna have a purpose to get to where you're going.
100%.
I was watching a podcast last night and they were talking about, would you rather date a woman that, lives with her parents or an independent young woman? Some of the ladies were saying, you know, um, it's great to be independent. That, why should a guy choose someone that lives with their parent? Because they are not independent. And to me, I was thinking, I mean, at least they won't go out of their way to do those things. They have fathers that will still hold them accountable. Like,
Yeah, okay, now
what
I
are you,
aspect.
what are you doing? Like, somebody will question their action.
So what type of woman? So now we're on this topic of relationships. You and Marshall, and you've been here since 18. You have you met anybody at least that you thought, okay, I could probably settle down with this person, or is it just like I'm just not feeling it?
Hey, that's a good question, man. There are great people out there for everybody, man. I'm really direct, blunt, and raw if I want to go raw and direct. But I just feel like I don't just know the texting game, chatting game is not just for me because I never got it right. So, and
Why you think you never got it right though?
hey, bro, I didn't grow up in a society where
That's
that
true.
was a
That's
thing,
true.
bro.
That's true.
I mean, it's a thing now. It has evolved, but when I was growing up, it wasn't. So, but now, you just gotta. I'm just traditional.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
I
yeah.
see you, I mean, I have to see your personality in person, not what you write on your profile, because that may be right. I've experienced it a lot. Most of the times, it's just always.
So how is the dating scene in Nigeria then? If the dating market was the way it's supposed to be in the United States, how you would think traditionally, does that match up with how it is in Nigeria? Just an organic conversation. You might take them out on a date, get to know them. How is it?
I mean, it's kind of complicated because with the social media and internet world, things have really changed in third world country. Things has really evolved,
Everywhere.
so it's kind of like mismatched because it's almost the same. Not the same, but I would say it's
But
almost
that
similar
mindset is almost
because of social media, man.
didn't really
So it's
cross on
almost the same now. And but at the same time, Nigeria is a third world country. There are great ladies out there that are, that are independent. Independent doesn't mean a woman is great, but independent means they won't try to like, oh, financially, oh, you have to be making all these seven figures and all that. At least to the guys out there, you gotta put yourself first. You gotta prioritize yourself before you bring somebody in. Which is one of the reasons why sometimes I just got discouraged from, talking to ladies because I have to be able to, financially, I have to be financially stable before I think of bringing a woman into my life. That is my own philosophy.
Okay.
I mean, at least.
So like
So
just to be able to provide for like dates and stuff like that, or
not just, I
so
mean,
when you want to be financially stable, what does that mean? Because if y'all just a relationship, it's not your wife. So why? And yeah, you want to have money, period. Like you want to have something in your pocket, right? So,
so
but why is it that you want to feel I got to be more financially stable, just for a friend that you might meet and y'all might just start dating, you know?
So what I mean by financially stable is not date. I mean I can set up dates anytime. It's not
I
about
forgot you
set.
got it like that. Most famous man in Marshall. I
Hey, bro,
forgot.
stop. Hey, no, is that what you mean, bro? I mean, I can set up date anytime. It's not about that.
Yeah.
What I mean by financially stable is, you want to be in a position where if anything happens, money won't be the issue. Because to me, it's always weird when money is an issue between partners. Like, oh, you can't provide, like, I don't like that statement that always comes out of you know from when they're having relationship issue, like, oh, you don't even make six figures or you don't make money. No, I don't want to be in that position. I want to be balanced, at least
Just balance. Yeah.
just balance,
That's a good way
and
to put it. Yeah, just balance.
be capable enough to to provide for myself what anything I need, to be able to financially help people around me,
Okay.
and that alone will put you ahead of a lot of
Oh yeah,
other
100%.
men. So
Yeah, 100%.
I just want to be able to be balanced
It's
financially.
flexible. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Flexible.
you know.
Yeah.
So I want a constant or consistent income. Before I wanna, oh, okay, now I'm dating this girl, we're gonna be going out. Now we are partners and all that. At least I have money that is coming in on a weekly basis before I do that. That's the
100%.
goal. How valuable that would be,
If you're just
what that
not
would,
rushing into it. Yeah.
so it just takes some time, effort, hard work, and patience. Because sometimes people put hard work, effort, and just expect results right away.
Microwave.
But
Microwave.
you gotta patient has to be there. If you're not patient enough, you would think all your efforts and hard work are in vain. No, they are not in vain. You just gotta be patient. Your time is gonna come. Everything is time, because things that is not working out for you now may not be working out for a reason that you may not know, because we plan, but God is the best planner.
Hey, you playing it all.
You may be thinking, am I not planning right? But no, God knows what is best for you at that moment, in that period. So yeah, you just gotta like be patient and go with the flow of that period. That is why I mentioned to you sometimes before, like, I don't think about the future. I plan for the future.
Yeah.
If you think about the future, it's gonna get in your way
Yeah. Yeah.
of
Yeah.
the present. Plan for it, have a plan for the future, put it on the side, focus on the present.
Yeah. And you kind of just pretty much hit what I said in a nutshell. But when I say I'm not really a goal-minded person, I guess in some aspects, like I still have a goal of I want to bench press over 300 pounds. So that is a goal in mind, right? So you have goals, but I work out Monday through Saturday, right? So Monday through Saturday, up until a point that you have your PR day, your personal record day, where you hit that 315 plus. What are you doing Monday through Saturday? You know what I'm saying? So like how you say, focus on the present, and as I say, focus on the objectives. Same, it's kind of same thing, same difference.
Yeah.
Focus on the objectives that's gonna amount to that goal one day. You know what I'm saying? So I feel you when it comes to that. I plan for the future, but I'm not really trying to, force the future right now. I'm just
Yeah.
planning for it. I'm just
Plan
handling
for
my
it.
business. I got purpose, right?
Yeah.
I got purpose. I'm staying on that path, and little by little, my situation gonna get better. I'm gonna gain the attributes that I need, to for when that goal comes, whatever it is,
Yeah,
you gonna be
bro.
prepared.
These are part of the, all these things that, the relationship, the efforts, they are part of the process. Because, to get to your destination, it's just like driving from here to the cities. You're gonna take different turns. It it's not just like a straight road.
Yeah.
You gotta
Yeah.
take different turns.
Couple stop signs.
Couple of stop signs.
Couple,
Those are part of the journey. So you can't
all
sometimes
of that.
you can't control
Can't
those.
control it.
You can't take out the stop signs. Those things are part of the journey. So it's a process that it requires patience and consistency and effort, to keep going. By the time you get to your destination, you won't know. You'll be like, are you kidding me? Now I'm here. Just like just
Just like
yesterday,
that.
I was like, now look at me today, I'm here. Because of your hard work, and when I say hard work, consistency and patience, those kind of like incorporate prayer within. Because if you're praying, you have to be consistent with your prayer.
100%.
So when I say consistency, it requires, it entails prayer. It entails putting the effort, the work, the procedures, So that goes back to what it's about being objective, because objectives are really important, because objectives kind of break things down for us to,
Yeah. It definitely break things down for me.
so it makes things easier, it makes that getting to the destination easier, because if you have an objective, ahead, if you're going to the cities, that how many stop signs am I gonna reach
Let me go
before I
get a
get
few
there?
snacks first. Let me set up my maps.
Yeah,
Let me make sure I got enough gas.
yeah.
Can't just
You can't just start going without
go.
having
You
a.
can.
You know what is funny? All these things are
No.
connected, because that is planning for the future.
He said it. He said it. Now y'all know my my favorite saying. It's all connected. People don't really understand that.
Tying back to accountability, because we talk about objectives, we talk about planning for the future, and if you're going to the cities, you have to plan to get to the cities. Where what
Different communities you about to
those mini towns, and how much time it's gonna take you before you get to the cities.
100%.
Now, if you don't make those plans, that means you're not that's you're not
ready for that moment.
accountable enough. Because you are not holding yourself accountable. You don't trust yourself. You may think, oh, I trust myself. I already know the route already. No, you gotta. Even if you know the routes that you're taking, you have to plan mentally.
Yeah, bro. And that's just why I like. That's why I like what I'm doing with the Smack Talk podcast.
Things doesn't just uh, become like a universal standard overnight. It takes some time,
They do.
some effort, and consistency.
Consistency.
This is episode what?
6.
Episode 6. So now, go and look at the greatest podcast in the world, how those guys started. They started from scratch. Their first 10 episodes might probably be worse than your first 6 episodes.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's tends to happen like that. This is my first time being on a podcast. I mean, look at the video later and be like, dude, did I say that? That's kind of weird. But I mean, I can only get better. Looking at this video later after I've edited and all this, I can look at it like, oh, I can do better than that. And the next podcast I may appear on will probably like do better than what I'm doing right now. So this is just about like the process. 10 years, fast forward to 10 years, podcast. This podcast may not be something that we will be doing, but it may be part of what is has been destined to to play a certain role in getting to our destination.
You gotta be able to leverage your opportunities, even when dollars ain't coming in. Like me doing this ain't because I'm trying to make some extra money. No, it's this. I don't do Smack Talk podcast because I'm hurting financially. No, that's not why. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like doing it because it's more meaningful. Like I said earlier, I'd rather be an average man that makes more impacts than a rich man that everybody hates because you got it all wrong. Can't go through that.
Where you're making the impact, ensure that the impact you're making really counts. Because there are a lot of people out there, oh, I want to change the world, I want to make the world a better place. But what you're doing, like maybe NGO, non-governmental organization or non-profit, does those things really count?
Yeah.
Because not all NGO that are, we see a lot of people like, oh, I have this foundation.
Mhm.
Sometimes the motive behind those foundations are political,
Yeah.
or they like to not pay tax.
Yeah, not pay tax write-offs.
So
100%.
it's all about making it count.
Mhm.
Do you really care about people you are making impact
Mhm.
in their lives? Do you really care about that community you're part of?
Mhm.
You know, so just make that impact, which is the first thing, that make it count.
And you still,
Make it work.
and not to cut you off, bro. Yeah, not definitely. You gotta make that impact. And I'm sure you're doing that, being on, because you're part of that student body president board and at SMSU. So you're talking to 18 and 19-year-olds all the time.
Yeah, I mean, being part of the student leadership on campus has been a grateful experience and stressful sometimes, I would say. But I did not regret, joining or participating in this. It has really helped me develop. That's really, uh, gave me a lot of opportunities that, I mean, before I came to the US, I know myself. I know what I want. I wanted in life. You know what I'm capable of. I know where I came from. So I put in the work.
Yeah.
I never look down on myself. Like, I don't limit myself to opportunities. I don't limit myself for opportunities. I always go for it.
Opportunities, huh?
And the opportunities are there.
Mhm.
I always go for it, especially when it comes to leadership, because I'm not taking those leadership positions to be selfish or for myself.
Mhm.
I'm taking those opportunities to make impact, to make those impact count, and to develop my individual self so that I can benefit my future communities.
Man, y'all hear, man, my dog Mashu, he got it all figured out. Well, not yet.
Hey,
He got
bro, you get it figured out, man. Hey, I think I figured out. It's a process,
It's a process. He got
I'm
it
still on the journey. There are a lot
Sure.
of challenges out there, but hey, prayerful, focusing on the goal and just doing my thing
Mhm.
and not getting distracted by, people trying to pull you down,
That's the noise.
or, I just do my thing because I don't listen to noises because everybody can, support the goal, bro.
Everybody can support you.
Not everybody will
But
support you, bro.
not everybody gonna support you. They not. And it's I guess it's easier to tear one another down than to support.
But you know the most funny thing?
What's that?
Everybody wanna listen to what you gotta say, but not everybody will support you. But the fact that they wanna listen to you tells a lot about yourself.
Yo, yeah. There's a lot of people that don't like me, but there's a lot of people that respect me, and that's all I care about. I don't care who like me and who don't. You gonna respect me no matter what. You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad you mentioned respect and like or slash love because respect is one thing, like or love is another thing. You can't love someone or like. I mean, let me put it this way.
I think I know what you're about to say.
We talk about it,
You can
right?
still love and like somebody and not respect them.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts you have?
Hey, no, not really. It's been a great, it's been great to be here.
Yeah, definitely, bro.
Being my first podcast, we'll see what it looks like, how it goes. But
They don't love you, bro.
it's really, great to be here to be able to discuss those. And I'm gonna have my book, in the future.
You gonna write a book one day?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Let's
have
talk podcast in it.
Hey, it's gonna be part of it, but I'm gonna have my book because there a lot of things I did not say on this podcast are going to be in my book.
Mhm.
Regarding family, regarding background experiences, people I've worked with. I don't really go into much details, but hey,
No, this was a good conversation. I would say, it's because beforehand I don't like to come up with the topic of the episode, but because it's based on what we've been talking about, just accountability, what has happened, what didn't happen, or how do you overcome that? How do you persevere through that? So, you know what I'm saying? We're young men still figuring that out. All we gotta do is just stay focused, Mashood.
stay focused, be grateful,
That's it.
be patient, and keep working out, keep praying, and be consistent with it. It's really important, extremely important, you know, because that is what, you know, distinguish you from other people in the same journey. Thanks for the platform, man. Thanks for having me, bro. That was what I have to say. I'm really grateful, and I hope, you know, don't forget to subscribe and, you know, share. You know,
You got to do that. Now, I appreciate you, bro, coming on by. This is Smack Talk Podcast, episode 6, y'all. Stay tuned. We gonna be back, y'all. It's your boy Smack. We out.